it is time for violence. If you know me, you know I'm a big fan of the martial arts. And now I'm covering a book that's dear to my heart. This is The Theory of KO. Get excited, get popcorn, because I'm about to blow your mind. And if this book interests you in any way, go check out my description below. The links will be there for you to order it for yourself because, boy, it gets wicked. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Now, let us begin with the picture. You see, Earth is different. It is much like the world we live in today, but a lot of things are going wrong at the same time. An organization known as Chaos is taking over. Basically want what's best for the planet, but they do it in a very, very violent way. This organization has forced a movement called the Green Riots, inciting fire bombings, actual violence, and cyber attacks. And no big company is off their radar. And speaking of big companies, let's talk about the fighting organization, the UWC, whose champion just quit. You see, he was against the inclusion of modified fighters. He was not a fan of tech upgrades, biological upgrades, chemical enhancements, none of that. He just wanted to fight. Now that you understand, let's begin our story, because it begins with a very, very rich man on his way to work. Hearing about how his stocks were dropping because of the recent activist activities, he was unhappy. He didn't want to listen to the radio. But to be honest, that was the least of his worries, because his super expensive car was being hacked. You see, the car was slowing down. It wasn't supposed to be slowing down. They were literally on the express. Idiot, switch to manual mode and get us out of here. Don't kill us on this road. Yeah, that was too late. They were already taken by Chaos, and now the vehicle belonged to them. So did their lives, because they drove them around the city on the most wicked joyride of their existence. They even drove into an alley and drove headfirst into the wall. Now, it would be easy to end this rich man's life here and now, but that was not the point of this whole experiment. The car was moving. It didn't slow down. They were about to die. It was a dead end. Until inches from the wall, they just stopped. The bodyguards jumped out trying to protect their boss. Trust me, they were prepared. They had their pieces on them. Through the comms, they told him to be assured, you're safe. But you see, these guys were hackers for real. The comms short-circuited in their ear. They were partly deaf. And to top it all off, someone was coming, and he was big and strong. One kick was all it took, and he was rendered useless. His partner got the worst beating of his life. When he recovered, it was already too late. He thought he had the enemy in his grasp, but nah. He found out ASAP why judo is a very dangerous sport outside of the mat. He was useless now. And the rich boss? He was now unprotected. He tapped on the glass. Mr. Drake, please exit the vehicle calmly. And he had no other options but to do it. As soon as he was out, he got pricked with something. And then he just passed out. It was pretty obvious to know why they